Hey, you guys, how are you? Well, this is part two. Let me go ahead. Y'all know how I am about this phone. This is part two of, let me make sure I'm saying it right, increasing your motivation and determination. I hope you guys listened to my first video because it was like awesome and excellent day. So, I just want to start from where I left off at. The last thing that we was talking about and part one was shortcuts to success lead to trouble. If you look at everything that's been going on, if you don't trust, even with relationships, buying homes, anything in life, if you don't be patient, it's not pretty. You're going to cry later. And I am here to save you the pain. That's why I like to come on and talk to you guys, because I hope that in any video that I do, I can sincerely, from the top of my heart to the bottom of it, help you guys before you guys get into something that you don't need to get into. Um, Take time, be patient, stay determined, stay motivated. Really keep in your mind why you want to do it, because that's going to help you stay put. That's going to help you stay grounded. And it's going to help you become the person that you see yourself being. Don't let nobody tell you that you cannot see yourself being who you say that you want to be, because it is definitely possible. I always see myself being this beautiful little love lady that I am. And I'm getting better and better and better. And nobody's going to stop me. I mean, nobody. Okay. So, I don't care if somebody say, "Hey, I have 3 million to do this." Make sure you get somebody to read over that contract. You read it over numerous of times. You make sure you ask as many questions as possible, whatever it comes down to, because we have a tendency of, just because we see a lot of money, we jump to it, not knowing, not knowing how the money is being broken down and divided. We don't know how it's being portioned. And then once we sign up for something that we had no knowledge of, did no research of, had no understanding of, now we looking crazy, we crying and all this other stuff. No, be smart as the person you are. Since everybody told you was always this and you was always that, prove them wrong. Do your own research. Why? Because we do read. Okay. We are smart. If you ever was called a name, we are not those names. Like myself, I was called names. We are not those names. And now look at me now. So again, I don't care who you are, what you look like, what you do. Show how smart you are. Don't make stupid decisions. Don't let money make decisions for you. I even watched some shows where it was an African show. And the guy, he was walking by and he dropped his wallet. And there was a lady homeless sitting on the side of the street. And she said, "Excuse me, sir, you dropped your wallet." And he said, "No, I didn't. No, I didn't." And she said, "No, you did." She was trying to force him back to take his wallet. And he kept forcing her, like, "No, I did not take my wallet." Long story short, he was trying to see if he can find an honest woman. And next thing you know, he ended up basically telling her basically, "Hey, I need somebody to take home to my mom. And, just for like a day, I'll pay you for a day." And it was like 2 stacks of money, you know. And so she was like, "Well, I'll do it. Don't worry about that, but I don't want your money. I'll do it." So he's like, "Well, what homeless person don't want my money? Everybody else just want to take whatever you got, and then you actually homeless, you don't have anything and you don't want to take my money." So she says, she tell him and she say, "I'll do it for you. I don't want your money. I'll just do it for you. Just keep your money." So she get dressed and she looks really beautiful. And then next thing you know, he take her to meet her mom. And then her mom know her. And then her mom's like, hey, I forgot her name. So he's like, hold up, you know her? And she's like, yes, who don't know her? And he's like, well, who is she? Because again, he don't even know her, you know? It was a whole lie. And so her mother's like, yes, like she's really rich. And she just gave everything she had to charity. And so he was like, what? So the mother left. Long story short, so he find out who she is, and he's like, oh my goodness, I found the woman who I was looking for. So again, if even with her, she was looking for love too, because her thing was she gave everything to charity because she couldn't find real loyal, trustworthy people, honest, reliable. Everybody was using her, from her family to her friends. And she just said, you know what? If all y'all want me for just what I have, then let me just give it away and see who want me then, because I'll find a way. And for one, that's why I say determination, motivation. Keep your mind to the game, whatever your why is. She did just that. So she gave everything away. This man was looking for love, and he found somebody who, for one, he wanted to see where her head was at. And for two, she quote unquote was homeless. But in a way, he found his love, because that's not really who she was. Well, that's who she became at the moment. But my whole main thing is he had what he stuck to, and he was patient because she wasn't the first one, you know, and she stuck patient to what she did because obviously she couldn't find nobody either. So even though it took time, it came together. Now, if they would have rushed, they would have been right back single. So don't rush. I've been having my cleaning business for since 2017, and I'm not making a whole lot of money. But I can say I have learned a lot of things along the way, and it's going to help me make a lot of money. Now, if I want to continue down the cleaning path as I get along in life, then that's something I think about. But I know I do have bigger things coming my way. So now how I'm going to maneuver them, I'm waiting till the time comes. But up until now, I'm making sure that I'm being patient. I'm learning as much as possible, and I'm going from there. So don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself. Um, what I believe is you can do what you put your mind to. And thinking about that, you must believe what you can do. You must know and feel what it is for you to do. You have to somewhat be able to taste it. Like, I can do that. I got that. Like literally, because even with speaking, like sometimes I get tongue twisted and stuff like that because my tongue get going. But I'm like, it's okay. Because I know by my personality, I got that. With cleaning, when I go talk to my clients, I got that. When I go do a lot of things, all I got to do is just say, you know what? I can do all things with the person who I pray to. And one thing about me is I am going to do multiple things in my life, and I know He got me. So I am strong, I am courageous, I am determined, I am a go getter, and I am already wealthy. I'm just waiting to receive my checks and my assets and everything else that come along with what I'm getting. So that's what I constantly tell myself. So I be patient, and it's okay because I said, you know what? I'm going to be able to write a book about this whole little journey, one journey to the next journey, to the next journey, to the next journey. I'm telling you, I'm going to do it all. Um, so I want y'all to picture this. The creator is working on you, and you're fixing time, whether it's a shorter time or a longer time. That's why you don't want to trust, you don't want to rush the process. So what happened if The creator got you. And he's like, you know what? I need to put this here. I need to put this here on her. I need to put this here. I need to put this here, whether her, him, I'm talking to both. And you trying to rush things. You trying to hurry up and fly out his hand. And he's like, hold up. I'm not done with you yet. Hold up. So just so happened, he not done with you. You fly out the hand. Nobody can write with you. You're not usable. You won't trust the process. Like, hold up. I do it. Just go. And then you got the one that's like, okay, well, it's been 7 years. And just like, hold up, just be patient. It's been 10 years. And then 12 years come by, and you like, now look, instead of this old blue pen, you get you a nice little shiny pen, a shiny little sparkling light up. You like, oh shoot, I'm the nice pen. I was patient. Good thing I ain't just sprint off, because I probably wouldn't even got no ink in me. So it's like you just got to think about those things. And I think about those things because I'm very humorous. And I tell anybody, like, bring out that humor. Like, bring it out. What you holding it in for? I need to see it. Shoot, I like it. I like the lab. Don't. So, um, be patient. Do not rush. When you rush, you mess things up on yourself. When you be patient, you can retrieve it, you can receive it, you can enjoy it, and you can just like it's oof. So do that. How do you interpret challenges and problems? We have to sit down, analyze things. We have to think about things, and we have to look both ways. Think both ways. The reason why I say that is because I actually even had an experience this week, and this person like absolutely got on my nerves. And I'm telling you, my mouth was about to open, and I literally had to catch my mouth because I said this person right here, and I had to go back and think. Was a lot of things that is so uncomfortable with the levels and position that I'm about to enter, and not just with me, but the world itself and the realm that we are entering. And I'm like, do I need to be a part of that negative drama, or do I need to just stay positive and stay on my own float? Because if I fall off my float, it's gonna take me a minute to get back up there. And that's just, I just look at it with like your mental and your energy. Like, that's a whole lot of energy trying to get back on top of that floaty. Like, I'm like, you know what? I ain't got time for it. And my little king, he was just like, Mom, just walk away. So again, you just want to make sure that you just keeping a tight fold on everything. Don't let nothing slip. Just stay focused. Do what you got to do. Be patient. Even if any and everything is trying to come your way, stay focused. Be patient. Um, Always notice the old you and the new you. That's what helped me. I look at the what the old you would have done, and I look at what the new you do. And I'm like, okay, yeah. So that showed me my changing levels. Um, Also, look at how many times have you either canceled a problem, meaning an argument, a situation, whatever the case might be, canceled it. I don't have time. Or um, solved a problem, whether it's your problem, somebody else's problem. That shows you levels of growth. So always look at those. Um, Now I have a question. Are you ready for the big question? If you asked for $1 million today, would you be able to handle it? Would you make the right financial moves? Are you financially educated? I just want you to think about that for a minute. What would you do with it? I would like to hear. What would you do with my bad. $1 million. If you had $1 million today, you prayed about it. Since everybody want money, what would you do with it? How quick will you be broke? I don't even speak the word broke because I'm not, but I'm just saying if you're not financially educated, then 9 times out of 10, and if you don't know how to utilize it, it won't last. If you had everything you want, could you maintain it all in a healthy way? I hope I can see some of your faces because I would definitely love to know this. A lot of people say, yeah, 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 yeah. Well, once you get the money or whatever that you ask for, how would your mental be? How would your physical be? And how would your spirituality be? Because, for one, the reason why we don't have everything we want right now is because we would not pray. A lot of people wouldn't even do half the stuff that we are supposed to do. And I witnessed that. Thank you that I'm not a witness to it, but I have witnessed it on numerous occasions. So I just want to make that clear. Um, and if you had everything you want in life, then what would be the fulfillment of your life? What would you, if you had everything, what would be next to fulfill you? Because you have everything. So that's exactly why we don't have everything. That's why we're supposed to pray about everything. That's why we're supposed to get out there and do it because you wouldn't have nothing to achieve. So you got to get out there and achieve your stuff, like do what you're supposed to do. Really and truly, I say if someone was to ask for $1 million and they was to get it, they would not know how to use it because for one is a lot of money. You'll be like trying to splurge and do whatever it is that you want to do. You wouldn't, I'm pretty sure, like a lot of people probably would have invest and stuff like that, but nowadays a lot of people like, I don't know what to invest in. It's a scam. It's not real, so what would you do with it? Because I know at one point in time I said, dang, Father, if you bless me with $20,000, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this. Don't get me wrong, when he blessed me with it, I did pretty darn good. Why? Because I kept thinking if I was to get that darn money, what I'm gonna do with it. And that's what happened. It stayed on my mind. But I had plans, I had plans, I had plans. And that's why you guys are seeing me today and doing more and more stuff out in the community and just different things because I had a plan and I'm going for it. What I say, what I say in the first one, it was conversion brings transformation. So once I heard something, I start to act on it. Once I learned something, I start to act on it. So that's what I did when I got blessed with the money. And so by this being said, and trust me, it wasn't I have more problems with the money than I did when I did not have the money. Put it that way. So I said, you know what? When I ever get it back, I know exactly what to do with it again. Oh, trust me. So I said, now I'm on my big league. Let me go ahead and make my plans out for the next batch. So make sure that I'm going to keep on saying this, make sure that you do not stop setting goals. Make sure that you put your heart, your mind, and if you're going to cry to whatever you set your heart to. Because once you're going to cry for the pain things, you're going to cry for the success things. And when you really see that, oh my goodness, my tears was worth every bit, it's going to give you that more much of like, oh my goodness, yes, I did it. Like, man, when I say that confirmation is just, it's so pleasing. Confidence, it goes up through the roof. Like all of this help with your self-esteem. So trust me, don't take my word for it. Find out. Life has levels. We grow in levels. We rise in levels. Levels is which we learn on. The reason why I say that is we have seasons. I mean, a time to change. And with levels, you have a time to change. In life, everything has a time to change. So what makes you think that you're not supposed to change? What I mean by that is we get upset for things that's not happening our way. But the reason for that is because we don't know how to make things happen or speak the way we need to speak to make things happen our way. For one, I am a firm believer on when you wake up, you say what you want out that day. You make it come to you because you are that much in power. You know, if we work and move off vibrations and, and frequencies and stuff like that, I am claiming I'm speaking loud. I am very smart. I am going to get whatever I want today. I'm going to make sure that I am successful. I'm going to bring in 3 contracts today. Like I just speak everything. My son is going to come home and tell me he have a great day. And it's funny because speaking of that, I end up meeting a sister and her energy matches mine. And she said the same thing. You just make sure you always be positive. You say this, and now don't get me wrong. I tell everybody else, you say this, and I do it myself. Sometimes you might hear me like say I try, or I might not have to go back over it. But she made sure she held me to it. Oh no, we not saying this and we not saying that. She stuck to it. And I said, I like that because again, I'm always holding everybody else accountable. I need somebody to hold me accountable. They're like, tell me, make sure I stick to this and make sure don't let me slide down at all. You know why? Because I am a role model. I am a person that people look up to. I know that. So no, let me know. Hey, look, that don't look good. No, look, do this right. Do this better. I don't know everything. I am still young with wisdom, but I don't know everything. So by all means, tell me, show me. Preach. No, but teach me. I do not mind. I'm very open-minded. So again, make the change. Don't stay the same because when you stay the same, you start noticing you start feeling like you're uncomfortable. You start feeling unhappy. You start feeling like it's no success, it's no growth, it's no nothing. You just and I don't like seeing people like that. I'm just like, oh my goodness, let me just shake. Yeah. But then people don't want to be touching it. I don't know if I want to touch them, but the spirit, I'm just like, no, let me shake you because I need you. Listen, I need your energy. If it's positive, I need that energy. Why? Because that fuels me. That makes me give you my energy back. You ever walked in a place and somebody says, hey, good day, or hey, good morning, and you could just hear the excitement, and you're like, you wasn't even thinking about speaking, but just by them and their energy, their frequencies, it made you speaking, switch your mood. So I'm a firm believer, and just grow, build, do things, be excited for what's about to come, speak what's about to come, move like it's about to come. Okay, that way you know it's about to come. You got to bring all these things to you. Just same way you breathe and you got to suck that air in, suck it and bring everything to you. Like use your body and the earth as just watch it, pay attention, and just take hold and grab it. That's what I say. Um, if your mind don't get it, then grow to find out. So basically, if you don't understand something, grow your mind in a way it wants to figure out what it did not understand. Like me, I have some type of brain working analysis where if I don't understand something, I'm gonna look at you like this. And then, but when I'm looking at you like this, I'm trying to understand more. So I'm taking in this information and I'm trying to figure out now how is this gonna work for me? And or what is going on here? How, like I'm missing something, obviously. So I like to sit down and think about things, like I say, in multiple different ways. And if I don't get it right then and there, I think about it like nonstop. Or I got to start asking questions. Like I have to figure out, what did this mean? Because I'm like, why don't I understand it? And that's just me being curious. And I want to know a lot of things. I don't want to know a lot of things, but I want to know a lot of things that's helpful to me. Excuse me. So make sure y'all always on a level to grow. I don't care if you're 75 years old. Don't you need to learn how to work the internet or whatever is about to cut paper off? You have to figure it out, whether your grandparents show you, your grandparents, whether your children show you, your great grandchildren show you, somebody, but you have to learn. So that's part of growth, because now when they go home, you got to know how to pay these bills. So that's all I'm saying. Um, we co-create. We are designed with thoughts and passions and purpose and wisdom and knowledge. We are just made with so many beautiful things to just describe a human being. And we don't sit down and realize that, because everybody in the world has so many different talents, whether you utilize them or you don't. And that's what we call our calling. So don't let that die with you. I heard recently, if you was to pass away, if you was to pass away, or no, if you was to be laying on the hospital bed, what can you say that you brought to the world? And what can you say you thankful to leave out with, or leave out for doing? What can you say that would be? And when I think about that, I said, you know what? I'm a lover. I care. I'm a fighter. I fight for righteousness. I'm a healer. So when I look at a lot of things that I bring, I say, whew, thank you, Father, because I know I'm not a nasty person and I keep it that way. And that's why, again, I'm here to help. So that leaves me to follow with some questions that I wanted to ask you guys. And I want to make sure that, okay, I have my paper right here. Uh, yeah, I wanted to make sure that I was looking at the right paper. You know, when you be writing stuff, sometimes you be writing back and forth. It looks somewhat like the same. Okay, so my first question is, how do you see the world? You could look at the world as a negative place, because that's what we was grown up to, view it as. Or you can retwist your mind and look at it as a positive place, the place that you want to design it for yourself, the place that you want to create that nobody else can. And I think I'll stop there. Yeah. So, how do you see the world? Okay, so that's just old. A lot of people say the world is like, oh, is this bad, harmful place? And, you know, a lot of this and a lot of just negative everything. And yes, you're absolutely correct. But okay, on the flip side, and I hope y'all like my background. On the flip side, how I create my world is I'm a successful, so am I. I am a successful entrepreneur of all sorts. I am a woman who traveled, a woman who spread knowledge, information, and wisdom to all people around the world. I live on peace, happiness. I have to calm myself down sometimes, but that's when I have to remind myself the better woman that I am and still becoming. And then I say, hmm, what do you do? That's part of your world that I set out for myself. Well, I like to learn, so I stay in school. I like to travel and see all the places. I like to eat, so I like to try different foods. I love, okay, activities. So I'm always trying things. So again, that's the world that I set up. And that sounds very positive, opposed to thinking about the negative things that the world want me to view, see, hear, and act like. I had to set something different for myself that I want to leave behind from my generations to come. Speaking of that, my next question is, what can you pass down to generations? Oh, thank you, Father. That did come in very well. Okay, I say yeah. Okay, so what do you want to pass down to generation? As a beautiful person, as us leaving legacies behind, we always have to think a lot of our people has done and is doing things for just the time, but is not for the times. And as I sit down and I ponder on a lot of things that I have witnessed and seen, I'm like, I gotta stop this because that means my generation is not gonna have. For instance, how many parents have life insurance? A lot of our families don't want to talk about it because as soon as you talk about it, they feel like you're gonna be leaving. Well, they're gonna be leaving. And so it's like, I don't want to discuss that. But then you like, no, we definitely need to discuss it because if something happened. So what I decided to do was go ahead and put me and my son both on something. And not just a short term, but both. Why not get a long term and short term? It's only a couple dollars. I'm healthy. My son is young. I mean, I'm young. So why not start early? Why? Because I'm taking the step that they did not take, that they were scared to take. And if you look at what scared do, is stop and not blessings because of being miseducated or uneducated. And I don't want that. Um, Another thing is showing up at my son's school, being involved. You know, my mom did the best she could with all her kids that she had, but at some point I always remember like, dang, I hope my mom was there. You know, like you definitely want your parents to be there no matter what it is that you do. So I made sure that I'm always, always, always around my son. Anything with school, you know. So I make sure I do that. So that's something that I definitely had to change. Um, just the way that we communicate within each other. I want to make sure that me and his communication is not disrupted or some type of miscommunication could either even slither in between me and his communication. So, like the reason why, and just how I teach him, I have so many life lessons that and ways and techniques and methods that I use just to teach him so he can grasp it and pass it down. I know as many things he gonna say, oh, I got this from your grandmother, you know, to his kids and stuff to come, and just the way I teach him, hey, you have to have you a long term and short term this for you and your kids, this is how it works, and he's looking at me like, he told me the other day, like, Mom, I'm so thankful for a mom like you. Like, I wouldn't trade you in for nobody. And I said, you wouldn't? I said, even if you could trade me, you wouldn't? He said, nope, because nobody can teach me the way you can. I said, I'm doing that thing. So I felt really good about that. So you want to make sure that you're passing down as much as possible. It's more than just a ring. It's more, it's knowledge. Like when I say my grandmother, like I hope I can say she just took her mind and put it into me, but I can't. But she passed down some knowledge. I mean, so much knowledge that a lot of people in my family don't even know. Like they call me to this day, okay? Want to know my feedback, my input. This little stupid little something that they used to call me, or this little shit box person, or this little insect of a being I used to be, whatever that they used to call me. So it's like looking at all of the beautiful stuff now that everybody just swarms like, what's this, what's this, what's this? I'm like, even my dad called me like, baby, what is this? And he is, thank the Father, he's still living, more to come. But he is 78. So, just for him, calling me about everything, like, yeah, because I want to make sure because, I gotta call you and see what you think first because I said, let me call my daughter. It makes me feel good. I'm like, okay. So, like I said, you just make sure, if you don't do nothing else, make sure you leave something behind that they can obtain, that they can hold on to, that they can be happy to say this person left this behind. And when they did, like it's a beautiful feeling, you know just even for me to think about the amazing work that my grandmother did inside of me. And I don't know if she know or not, I'm pretty sure she do, because her spirit was strong and is strong. So I'm just like, pass things down, pass things down, pass things down. We don't have a lot of people nowadays that share good information, good knowledge, good wisdom. And it's very hard that you know about a good fight, like we got to keep up something, so we don't fall to anything. We just pass things down. Storytelling makes a big difference. People want to know who they are, where they come from. I myself wanted to know. I had to reach out to my aunt. My aunt had to reach out to her aunt, which is my great aunt. So it's like, and come to find out, my great aunt didn't even know we was alive. After the first four sets, she didn't know that the other four sets, and so it's just like, the more knowledge you have, it makes you feel so good, and then you can pass them down to your kids and your kids and your kids. And it's just, man, it's so beautiful. I mean, good gracious. So try it. Start figuring out who you are, who you attach to, what can you leave behind, what stories to be told, what cookbooks, because let me tell you something. Oh, I wish we had some darn cookbooks. I don't know if we do. I'm gonna let y'all know further down this year when I go meet my white and my Cherokee side. Well, they black, white, and Cherokee. So when I go meet them, then I'll let y'all know what recipes and stuff that they got, because I would like to see what all three of them, those nationalities, food tastes like. So I would like that. Now let me make sure I'm watching for time. Okay. How can we use more than 10% of our brain? Do research, read, read, read. Do not limit yourself. Pray about what it is that you need to learn. Pray about what it is that you don't need to indulge in, and go for it. Take notes, record yourself, whatever you got to do. Learn, 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 learn. I'm in a process of learning so much things. And if it's something that's taking me out of my comfort zone, I'm like, okay, I know I got to get out of my comfort zone. Let me pray on it. Let me make sure that my spirit is telling me that I can do this. I'm allowed to do this. And once he say I can do this, I go for it. Okay, whatever I used to think, throw it away. Let me go ahead and open my mind. That way I can receive it. I'm like, okay. Then the next thing is like, oh. And I'm sitting there like, and the next thing you know, I'm receiving it very well. So learn. Be open minded. Please be open minded. Again, if you don't open your mind, then it's going to stay shut to a really small space. And if it don't grow, you're just doomed. That's all I have to say. Now, have you ever wondered who you were like in your family? Whether it's your auntie, your uncle, your grandmama, your granddad, you know, your dad, twin brother, even though it's still your uncle, but whoever it may be. The reason why I ask is because once you figure out how y'all are alike, pay attention to them. If they are still alive, yes, pay attention to them. Ask them questions. How were they doing this? What found them interested? You know, how did they carry themselves? You know, when they was being put in this situation, how did they go about it? Because a lot of times the reason why we are here to help others go through the situation a whole lot easier. So, and if you have somebody who you are a lot like that you mimic, go ahead, by all means, go ahead, by all means, okay, and learn more. Whatever you can learn it. It's definitely going to help because it's going to help you kind of cut back some of those, whether feelings, business things that probably wouldn't have went through or something like that is going to help you out more, because you have somebody who already been there and you see that you're following down their line. um Change your mental and open up your mind and just enjoy the journey. I think I can't say no better than that. I think that was like real dope. So like I said, in this process of my journey, I definitely had to change the way I was thinking. I just wanted to say whatever was hindering me in my childhood, I'm ready to talk about it. You know, I need to move on. I need to get whatever the Father has coming for me. I'm ready to receive it. I'm not accepting no. The only no I will accept is the ones that tell me you know what you're doing. Other than that, no, I got to keep pushing. Um, Once you change your mind, then it will allow you to open up your mind. Be that as it may, I've noticed when, and I'm pretty sure you have too, and you tell me if this worked for you too. Once you start being open minded, a lot of things do flow your way. When you start saying, you know what, however it happens, it's going to happen. I'm not putting too much thought into it. I'm just going to trust whatever happens, happens. I'm going to just trust the process. And 9 times out of 10, it happens. Have it not? So from here on out, we're going to keep trusting the process. That's all we can do. Enjoy your journey. Don't put a rush on it. Depending on what you're doing, put a time on it. But on this journey is no time. You don't know how long you're going to be doing it for. So just do the best you can with the best you have and just make it the best journey ever. Because you are going to be able to tell so many people these stories, but you have to start somewhere. What could you have done the second time around? Whatever you feel like you could have done the second time around, redo it. if you can. I ain't talking about having kids. Overdo no. I'm talking about business wise, goal wise, success wise, personal development wise, you know, anxiety wise, depression wise, health wise, you know. Start now. And that's why you wake up every day. You get a fresh start. So take advantage of it. Stop being lazy and scared. Now, so if I was to ask you again, if you had $1 million, what would you do with it? Can you handle it? What would you say? Would you be better prepared this time than you was the first time? Do you think that you were made to help others grow in ways you never reached or thought you would reach in life? Well, we are here to help others reach those goals. But we also have to think, what goals do we want to reach for ourselves? Because it does make a big difference. Like it really, really, really make a big difference. We can't do nothing for ourselves if we can't do nothing for others if we can't do it for ourselves. So as that being said, don't stop yourself. I can't keep giving everybody my money if I'm not making it or I can't pay for what I'm paying for. No. The only way I can help you now, put it like this: if I'm renting, I can let you borrow because I'm renting. When I buy, I can let you have small portion. Okay. But when I buy even bigger, like so then I can give you a little bit more. But I can't give you no more than what I have. Like I'm renting, so I can't let you have anything. I don't have no assets. When I start building assets, then we can talk about it. And I'm not saying it's gonna be a lot once I get assets, but I'm just saying, like, we can still talk about it. But I'm just saying, think about the way you do things and make sure that it all makes sense. And again, put yourself first. Like I'm not saying be, a person who's all for self or a narcissist. I'm not saying none of those negative things. I'm saying put yourself first in a positive way. Because when you put yourself first, you are opening yourself up to help other people who need your help. That's positive. Narcissists and other stuff, they're not in a realm to help others with an intentional heart. They trying to get something from it, which is bad intention. Um, have you ever pictured yourself doing something, but you felt you couldn't do it, but then yet you see all these other superstars and millionaires, billionaires, whoever inventions, whether they're just a couple hundred thousandaires, whoever it is, look at what they do and research it. Because my thing is, what makes you and them different? They came through the same portal of life as you did. They probably didn't go through all the same things, but I'm pretty sure they had some things that they had to go through because one life is not harder than the next. We got different scenarios and situations we go through, but trust me, you're gonna feel the same pain. I'm not saying the exact same pain, but it's gonna mount up to the same, just in different ways, if that makes sense to you. So look at what they do, mimic it, and see if you can do better. That's what I do. That's what everybody do. Because whatever they can do, you can do too. What are your thoughts? Uh, my apologies. What are the thoughts you think that they were going through at the times they were trying to achieve their goals? What were you think? What do you? I don't know what's going on with my tongue right now. What do you think they were going through? Do you think it was peaches and cream? Do you think it was just a silver spoon? Do you think that what do you think that they had to go through? Because they had to get told no, they had to get told that they're not good. Whatever it is that you going through, went through, They have to too, or had to. But the whole thing is, what y'all will have in common is y'all both did. And that's what I want you to understand is you did. Okay. Um, what I mean by you did is you did it. So that's what both y'all done it. Put it that way. Um, look at where they are in life. We do not envy, we don't covet, we don't know, but we do follow great examples and we follow great role models and great teachers. So they have made it there, so we want to get there. So we just say, hey, since they did it first, their plan is fine. It's nothing that I see myself getting in trouble with long term. So let me just go back and redo it. So I'm gonna ask you again, what makes you different? Nothing. The only difference is they got up off their butt and did something about it. You're staying stuck, which after listening to this video, I'm hoping that you're not going to stay stuck because we don't stay stuck. We are a being of very high vibrations. That means we could do whatever we put our mind to, like make any type of inventions, creations, books, poems, roadways, construction, anything that you think of, we do. So please, 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 I need your help. I need to see your face in whatever building, whatever you do. I need to meet you. I need to just feel your energy so that way we can just bounce off each other and we can just do the best that we do. Because again, if we don't put our best into the world, then who will? Because if we don't, then we're going to have people take over that we don't want to take over. So please, let's take this world over together because again, I need you. So just know I need you. Okay. So I want to say I appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. I gotta keep saying that. Like, share, and subscribe. God dang it. Because I need my numbers to go up. And if y'all love me, y'all will want my numbers to go up. And then that shows me like I'm trying to be the social media guru and all this other stuff. But when I do come back on and just take a glance, I do look at the numbers. Not that I go crazy over them, but I do like to see if somebody checked me out. So I'm not going crazy over likes because I'm already liked, but I would like to know if y'all liked, shared, and subscribed because I know it's somebody out there who I need to touch. Most I will bless them to hear this word, to hear my message, and bless them to have a fantastic day because that's all I give. That's all I deliver. Peace, joy, and happiness. And again, go ahead, check out True Healing Success, all of my videos. Share them with somebody who needs some positivity and some upbringing, some upliftment, some encouraging energy. Please, because we need it. Okay. So I'm going to let you guys go. I'm going to say appreciate you guys and have a great day. And I'm getting a little tired as we speak. I guess that's the entrepreneur in me. You start waking up at all these just hours as if you're still on the job or even earlier trying to get things done. But trust me, I go to bed late and I wake up early just so I can make sure I get everything done. And I know I've been so behind with my videos, but I said, I am going to do this. I don't care how. This is how dedicated I am to you guys. I do not care how long I've been. Okay. It's been like 2 weeks. So I said I have to make my video because I can't go no longer. Like I don't care. So I just been up working, and again I'm in school. I'm in school for two things. I'm not gonna say just yet what they are. Y'all see when I get done. So with my business and then my schooling and then doing all of this and plus with my life coaching. Whew. So I'm gonna say deuces and get out of here and go get in the bed. So I can make y'all some really great content. Lay my sit down and stop recording. So I would just want to tell y'all have a great blessed day. If it's day for y'all, have a great blessed night. If it's night for y'all, don't stop, don't give up on me, because I need you guys. I need my spiritual warriors, because we are at war. I need my great spirits to interact with me and help, so we can heal each other, grow, and do what we got to do. And so I will say shalom, and you guys have a great night. Peace and blessings be unto you all.